Today we will talk about how to create an app, a mixed reality app in PowerApps in less than 30 minutes with help of Microsoft CoPilot. Let's first say a few words about us, the speakers. My name is Gabrijela and this is Tomislav, my colleague. We come from Europe, Croatia, and we are business consultants and we have a lot of years of experience in cloud solutions and in consulting and teaching. And we have spoken on many regional conferences and events across the Europe and now in New Zealand and of course in United States. Our team, our company, won more than 100 international awards for innovations in IT. So our colleagues in the company make very innovative applications and products. And if you want to know more about us, here is our website of our company, citus.hr. So feel free to look. So let's start with our theme today. That will be mostly about PowerApps, but just to introduce these PowerApps, they are the part of Microsoft Power Platform family. So on this picture, on this slide, you can see the other members of the family. So this is Power BI. I hope everybody knows about this. In this tool, Power BI, you can make reports and real-time insights from all across your organization. You can visualize your reports in, I don't know, some graphs, but you can use a lot of different databases, just from Excel to SQL or some other. Then we have PowerApps. We will skip them for now because we will talk about them later in other slides and in the rest of our presentation. There is Power Automate. It is a tool that we are using for automating repetitive tasks and workflows, and actually automate all our processes that we are using every day and when we want to save some time. Power Automate used to be called Flow, so if you don't know what is Power Automate, maybe you remember Flow. Then we have Microsoft Power Pages. This is, I would say, a pretty new member of this Power Platform family. It is a tool that we use for creating website, like the name says by itself, Power Pages. So these are website pages, and you can make it very fast and, I would say, pretty easy, and you can publish widely and lively to the internet without knowing, I don't know, how to design or something. You have templates and a system leads you through making this page. The newest member, of course, is Microsoft CoPilot Studio. So this is not the Copilot that we will talk about later. This is CoPilot Studio. And this is a tool that helps you to build custom copilots. So we have a Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, and this Copilot Studio allows organizations to extend and customize Microsoft Copilot just to meet some unique use cases. So if you want something different that Copilot doesn't do, so you can build your own Copilot extend it with Microsoft CoPilot Studio. So what are PowerApps actually? So PowerApps is a suite of some apps and services and connectors and APIs which are used to build an app for your company and of course for your customers if you are selling apps to some other users. You can quickly build an app through PowerApps, and you don't have to be a developer to use it. You just have to be, I would say, some power user. And if you are very good in Excel and PowerPoint, you can use PowerApps and logically make some apps in this tool. We will show you later how is that possible. What are the main features of PowerApps? So as I said, it's a tool and it has more than 200 built-in connectivities for making apps, some files, databases, APIs, as I said already. And it, of course, can be hybrid. It connects with on-premises data gateways. And one of the most, I would say, not most important, but one of the best for for some users, best feature is that you can, when you make an app, you can instantly publish it to iOS or Android stores. So maybe you know what is the procedure if you have some app and you want to sell it through and publish it on Google or Apple Store. It's a really tough procedure and it takes a lot of time to go through those, I don't know, agreements with Apple and Google and some adjustments of your app. But with this Power App, you definitely instantly publish it. You don't have to have a person that is taking care of all those administrative things regarding publishing. When you build an app in your Microsoft 365 environment, you can share it with your colleagues, and it's pretty easy. It's like everything in Microsoft 365. You share it like you share a Word document. You just go share with, I don't know, you choose your colleague and then share it pretty quick and easy. Of course, all of the people who use PowerApps and PowerApps applications that are built in PowerApps need to have PowerApps license. There is some basic license included in your Microsoft 365, and of course it depends what plan of Microsoft 365 you have. If you have premium or E3, E5, then you have a better license for PowerApps. In, I would say now, I think 2 years, it has built in mixed reality components in PowerApps, which you will be you will see later when Tomislav will show you live, and of course the latest thing that was added to PowerApps is of course CoPilot. So what is that famous CoPilot that everyone is talking now about? It's some uh, oh, it is all over Microsoft 365. So, of course, it is built in PowerApps also. It is a very, very powerful tool, and it can really help you build an app and to show he can show you some things that maybe you cannot think of, or he's surely faster than a person. So as I said, Copilot is everywhere in Microsoft 365 in all of applications. So it is in Word. You can, of course, polish existing text, summarize it, create a draft, compare to Word documents, find differences, and etc. In Excel, it is mostly used for more efficient data analysis. In PowerPoint, it helps you making slides, show you some tricks and some new designs and some better, I would say, than person. In Outlook, it can compose an email for you using your words because he's searching all over your Microsoft 365 environment, and it looked through your emails and make an email using your kind of speaking with your words and your I don't know, some most common usage of your emails. In Teams, you can also find information, recap meetings. In OneDrive, you can get information from some files that you store them also in SharePoint, and he can help you create SharePoint sites. And in OneNote, he can compose your notes and also help you. And what is he doing in PowerApps? We will see now. So this is the front page of PowerApps if you haven't seen it already. You have a place where you can start building an app, but on the front page now, at the top of the page, you can see some place for adding your text, and this is a Copilot. He can help you with starting to create app. Now you, in this blank space, you can write something. What would you like to do? Like, I don't know, I need an app for I don't know, making timetable for meetings. So you write it here, and then he will ask you maybe some questions or just give you some suggestions. And if you are not satisfied with that, then you will tell him on another way, ask him another question. So he will help you build an app. Tomislav will show that. So this is what it looks like. Somebody just wrote here hotel housekeeping, and then he just made a structure. What does it, what will it look like? And on the right side of the page, you see there is a chat box where you can talk to Copilot and guide him. What would you like to do, or is that what he suggests you okay with you, or would you like to make some different things, and you guide him and he will help you to do some apps. I was talking about Copilot Studio earlier, so I said that it allows the organization to extend and customize Copilot, but of course this is not like PowerApps for someone who is not a developer. This is the job for developers. And now I will I would give the word to Tomislav, then he will show you lively how can you make an app in 30 minutes. Tomislav, please take it over.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry about my voice. I'm a little bit feeling unwell just from today, So, but it doesn't matter. I will show you the demo. And the most important thing, I will just explain you how we actually did the demo before the CoPilot. So we spent a lot of time doing the preparation for actually showing the 3D object demo and using the application in mixed reality. And first I will be demonstrating what this application should do. I will open this application in Microsoft PowerApps and show you in on my mobile phone how it will look like. Just a second to share my screen, and I will ask. Okay, now I will share my screen from the mobile phone. In a few seconds, probably you'll be looking at what I'm seeing as well. Gabriela, can you just confirm that you see my screen or not?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, I will just try it again. Try it again to share it. Starting in 2, 1, now. Okay. So
I don't see it still.
Still again. Okay. Third is a champ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now we see.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would like to show you, not the first part, how to create application that will show the list of the products like this. We need to prepare this for actually an application to make sense in real life. So first thing, just to show how application actually works, it connects to the data source. In this case, data source was a Excel file. I will show later on how Excel file, the structure Excel file, and what is inside and what are the columns and how we'll actually create a table and everything. And we also have two tables. One table is for the list of the product. So types or category of the products is another table. So you can see here we have a drop down that is showing all the products, and just we can filter this by just showing the living room products, office products, and so on. So when we show this list, we can browse on this list, and we also show the preview, the small picture that is on the left side of the product item in the list of the products. If I tap on this last one, which is saying that is a tall plant, I will open the details, the product details screen, which will show actually the 3D object, in this case, a plant. And also there is the name of the object and also the short description at the lower apps section down there. I can, do this with this product like a rotate. You can see, this is a 3D object. We are using GLB. GLB is the format for the 3D objects, and I will show later on a little bit how actually you can get your own objects without creating it by yourself. The last and the most, I would say, effective part is this button on the left side, which is showing a 3D cube on the left bottom of the gray area, and I will just press it now. I'm actually, switching to the screen, which is actually opening the camera. You can see the circle and the dot within the circle, and there is a instruction for the user to tap anywhere to place the object. I will tap here, and you can see I'm actually putting here, the object in my room. I can resize it. I can actually do the rotation of the plant, and put it in the room. The idea for this project was originating from the fact that we actually had one proof of concept that we had to do in a short period of time, and our developers asked for the 3 months for 4 people to develop this application. Of course, this was unacceptable for the proof of concept, and Gabriela and I, even I'm a developer, Gabriela is a business user, said there should be a much better way to have the same effect. Of course, additional functionality could be that we can measure the space and then recreate the size of these 3D objects in mixed reality at the same time. That should be proportional to the space, so we can put the right exact size of this object that is connected to the proportions of the space that we are actually putting the object in real space. And we can do some picture like this. Take a picture, we can measure, we can do the measuring, and so on and so on. So let's go back to the presentation just to show what are the steps needed usually to do this without the Copilot, and then we'll try to recreate the application. We'll see that it is not the same kind of application. It is the same functionality, but Copilot has its own way to create such application, and this is a little bit different than we are actually wanted to do by ourselves and doing it manually. I'll just now share again the PowerPoint and just go to the demo. And before I actually dive in a real life demo using the PowerApps Studio online, I will actually start explain you how we did it in the first place without the Copilot. So just a few sentences about the 3D and viewing in 3D objects and viewing in mixed reality and measuring mixed reality. This is pretty, new functionality that is added to the Power Platform and PowerApps, and actually it brings this 3D space and recognition and cognitive services to the device with one click. You just point to the control and put it on the form and say to what data source you will bind, and then let actually the control to do it everything for yourself. So there is a 3D component which will actually show the 3D object in the like on the screen on the canvas, and it actually displays a single model. Let user to select it from some gallery, which we will do letting users to select this object from the list of the products. The second control that is available from the DIST 2021 is view in mixed reality. So the same object, as you saw, you can see how a particular item might be fit within a specified space. It actually overlays a 3D model or image onto the live camera feed on the device. In the past, this was, these applications. Now there are a lot of applications like that, but it's not something that is easy to do, especially if you want to support multi-platform, including the devices that are supporting, like smart glasses, but primarily Android and iOS phones and tablets. And the last part is that you can actually measure in a mixed reality. As I said, you can measure a distance, you can measure area, volume, and so on, and add a 2D or 3D polygons to confirm how a certain size object would fit within the space. So it's something that is actually available in the Power Apps. So when you go into the Power Apps, you actually use this on the left side when you insert objects on the form or in some kind of the layout. And these are the two parts that we are using, the view in 3D and view in mixed reality. So I already explained this interior decoration application that we are using for the showing the 3D model of the item, view item in the space, and the client can take a photo in their space, and the picture is uploaded to the OneDrive. So the first thing that we needed to do for this application is to find models. And this is where you can actually find the models, and In Microsoft Windows, you have a free application, Microsoft 3D Builder, that you can actually, do the different customization of these models. But you will see later on that we actually looking for the live models because in contrast to our first version of the application that used the Excel file for the data storage and source all the information, and we used OneDrive for the storing the pictures of these products in the PNG format and the models in the 3D format in the GLB format. We needed to make a little bit difference for the use of the CoPilot, because CoPilot is always using Dataverse, storage. So it's something that you need to accustom. I will explain later how to do it. So in the past, we did like this. We created a project folder, which model folder, photos folder, and model data XLX, which is Excel file, which will actually now in this version, when we are creating this as with the Copilot, we will actually use the Dataverse, and I will explain you what the changes we needed to do to make it happen. So we created Excel spreadsheet. This was the original format with the name 3D model, and this this in the brackets, which says image, actually explains to the PowerApps that it needs to interpret this information as a URL. So the path to the GLB or when we are looking at the picture column, it's actually the path to the PNG. We needed to actually to change that, and I will explain this a little bit later how to do it, so we can actually use the Dataverse extend the Excel. If you just look a little bit at this slide, you see /3D models, which means that it will actually use the current directory where the Excel spreadsheet is located, and then the path which is called 3D models, or in the another column which is called picture, you see .models photo, which will contain all the PNGs or the pictures, the small pictures of the products that we'll use in the list for the preview. So we cannot use this in the Dataverse. So we actually put all these files online and use the URL for the active, active fetching, not from the OneDrive from the data storage, from the path that is in folder structure that we used before, but on the different source. And in the past, we actually needed to use the data connectors, and these data connectors used actually the Excel file. In this case, Copilot will do everything for us, creating the data source, creating the structure, loading the information for the Excel file, and also putting everything in the Dataverse, and the information that we had in Excel loaded in the Dataverse. Later on, we needed to create a screen. So this is something that we did in the past manually, and then we needed to add a drop-down list and then a gallery, and then we should, create the items, bind it to the data source, and change the template and so on. So we'll see how much actually Copilot can, help us. Just for the information, when we did this 30 minutes demo in the past, actually 20 minutes was taken by creating all this preparation that will prepare us to come to the next screen. And this is the screen that we actually show this 3D object on the screen on this gray canvas, and showing the label with the name of the product and the price of the product and the data and a description of the product below that. And also putting the button on this screen, which actually enables us to start the mixed reality on the top of the model in the space. So what we actually did, we said, okay, we will not use the OneDrive, which is not possible, but we will actually a little bit change the URL, and this is something that will leave you with this this presentation, so you can use this I would say guide or a cookbook to do it yourself. We hosted this on the other side, so we can actually use it without hosting in our OneDrive, because OneDrive always creates this in the other way. So they change the URL, so you cannot have it for your application. But we actually use the same 3D models from the GitHub that I already use these aka MS/models, and just we replace this blob within. You see the red part GitHub, we replace with the GitHub usercontent.com, and we remove the blob part in the URL to to change it to this kind of the URL that we showed here. So it's a little bit different than in our original application, but nevertheless, it is something that we have opportunity to do it almost the same, but in the different data storage. Okay, and now I will just switch to the PowerApps environment, to the studio, and I will connect to this application just a little bit to switch to the another. So just if you can confirm me that you see my screen.
We see.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the home screen, I would say, of the PowerApps environment, the PowerApps studio. Actually, you logged in, probably you all know, with the Office 300, Microsoft 365 account. And then if you have a appropriate license, you can use it, or you can just start a trial by, like going to this PowerApps page and say, try it for free. But I will use it in our demo environment here. And the first thing you can notice on the top screen here is let's build an app. What should I do? And I can actually use some kind of the phrase to explain to this system how I would like to build the application. And I can just write here, instead of starting by manually to build the application, I can say create an app that will show the list of the products and product details, and click here on the next tab. And now the first thing, because this is a data-driven application model, it will actually ask me to supply some kind of the data source that I'll be using for the application to do it. And I will actually use the data source in just a second. I will download this Excel file, and I will use it here. And what I actually I'm using, it's generated here with the product generator with AI, but I can actually also create this a little bit different. I can say just without this, without that, just to use my data, not to use it from the generated by the AI. But let's see what actually is generated by this I would say this CoPilot. It actually says product detail, product description, stock quote, manufacturer. So this is for the product detail table. If I click on the product and view the data, it's a product name, category, and so on. I can change it here. I can ask a CoPilot to add a column that I could name it like a model URL, 3D model URL, and see if it will actually comply. You can also see here prompts that it can say create a table or import, and you can see it actually created the 3D model and automatically add columns here. And I can do this like that, or I can just say something like this. I can delete that, the tables that was created by the AI, but even they are very, very helpful. And I can say import an Excel file or CSV because I already has this model file that I prepared, and with the information that is needed inside to replicate what we have done in the past manually. I will let the copilots to import this file, and as you can see, it actually is a single table model, and I can show this to show you the information that is inside. And you can see here it says chairs, a 3D model, price, and whatever image path, which is used for the showing the image URL, and model URL. I will delete this one because it's not of any use to us because it use data source instead of the OneDrive, and I will use instead of that this one, which will actually show the URLs of these models. And you can see here I'm using the OneDrive, and this is the PNG file, and here I'm using the GitHub, for storing GLB, which is a 3D model view. Okay, if I'm ready, if I'm comfort with this, the same thing I could do without using these controls here to say, like delete the column this or rename model URL to 3D model URL, for example, like that. And let's see if it will comply. Even the Copilot is very useful and it can save us a lot of time. Sometimes, like it says, I cannot help you, but this time it actually, he or she or it, actually complied and renamed this 3D model. I can undo this change if it's needed. But let's say that I'm satisfied with this and that this is okay for me. I will just say save and open application. So this part is beautiful because in the past it actually created the application, but I had a lot of things to do myself, including the list. You saw the list of the gallery, connected the gallery to the data source, import the data source, create the connector, and so on and so on. But now actually I save the time. I save the time a lot with the Copilot, and actually gives me opportunity to just focus on which is the most important in this part and beside the Copilot. And this is to show you how actually you can show the 3D models on the screens, and also start the mixed reality view, showing the objects, 3D objects overlaid in the real camera feed, showing it in real life and taking a picture or creating a movie. Now this environment is creating the initial application. It will actually create, you see at the top of the screen, it says data source. CR4B8 products model was added to your app. And I can actually see the preview of this application. It's working, it's completely working, but of course without the part that is actually showing this in the model. So you can see here, I can, when I click on the left side, I actually select it on the right side and so on. I can search it here and so on. Of course, the product drop down is missing, but we will see later on. We can change it now, but it's mostly finished. Just to compare to this, I first needed to create this, then the separate screen with that, bind it to the see this list of the models and so on. But if you remember the initial application, it's a little bit different. And you can see that, sorry about that. Actually, on these items in this records gallery, it actually shows a different template. And I try to change, for example, I just click on the records here on the left side. Say change the layout of records gallery 1, 2, and I will say image, title, and subtitle. This is the name of the layout. And let's see if it will comply. Sometimes it just says, I cannot do it. I cannot understand what you are saying, or I'm not able to help you. Sometimes there is some kind of the, I would say, instruction. I can try to rephrase this to change records gallery. I will say I will just copy this to save a little bit time. Dot layout, and how I know it in properties. Here is a layout property, you can see, and it says title, subtitle, and a body. And what I'm aiming to is image title and subtitle. So I will try to change to image title and subtitle. Let's see if we have any luck with that. No. So we need to open the property, select the gallery, and change it to what we wanted to have. And voila, we have everything, here, place it as we want. We have the product models, and we have this changed in the way that we want. And this is the image, title, subtitle, and so on. Let's see that if we can change something here. For example, we have here the product name binding, and this item should be something else. Let's see if we can change the text. I would say record subtitle to text to let's say product. We need to see what is the name. I will just switch for a second to the data here. Open the data and see what is the name. What was the name chosen by the actually the price? So the price to price. Okay. Let's see if okay, but it's actually I made a mistake. So it should be actually the product price. I can undo, and this item dot price. But let's try to do something else. Let's say change bind. Let's use the human words. Bind the label to price. This will not work, but let's say that we will actually use the data source, and we can actually click it here, and then data is a product models. Okay, this is the actually what we actually will be using. This is the product name and product description and so on. Product CRB, which is the name of the namespace, and where we have our price as well. Let's see if it will working like this. No, it's not working, unfortunately. So what we can actually do, we can actually do what was this item, and then use the price sorry, and it will actually show the price. Okay. And I will just go back on the left side and use the gallery and do a little bit resizing, because in the process it actually put the search here down here. But let's start and let's see if we can now also go to this. Yes, we can, and then we can. Is everything is working? Yes, it's working. Next thing that we want to do is to add a button that will actually open a new screen. And let's do that also by using the CoPilot and set create or add a button. So we can just say add a button here, or so it actually add a button here, but we wanted to add it in this form here. So I'll just go to the right container and the form one. I will undo this and say add a button, the form one, form one, add the button. I will say op view in 3D. Let's see if it will be listening to me. Actually, it added this button. Okay, let's put it like right here or something like this on, say, central. Let's create a new screen. We'll create new screen, which we'll call view product in 3D, like this. And now, like this new screen is created. It says view data with layout, whatever, or use the insert pane. Insert pane is here on the left side. And if I press plus, I can just, say here 3D, and it will actually offer me 3D object. I will say I want this 3D object to be used, and it actually is used. And of course, it shows this model, the 3D model of the cube here. But I don't want that to happen. And I can also try to do something with this 3D model source. You can see is it also using raw GitHub content, whatever, but I don't want to be used the static source. I want to be using something else, and I'll just go to this hierarchy. I want that this 3D view actually shows on the something which is selected by the records gallery. So if it's selected industry table, I want to see industry table when it's pressed in 2D. And what I can see, I can actually say I want to resize I just need to look a little bit the view 3D1 to fit the whole form.
Not to rush, Tomislav. It's still a bit of approaching to the end.
Yes, this is the last. I have just one to add.
Yeah.
So what I actually wanted to do is records gallery was selected, and then I want to content to the 3D model. I'm showing the 3D model. Again, I want to put this MR view and MR button. I will use it like this. For me, it's a little bit faster than use it the CoPilot in this matter, especially that we are a little bit short on time, but this could be also used just with CoPilot as well. I can resize this on the whole screen and put this small button like here, like that. And then again, I can use the source and the same binding as we have here. And just copy that, put it here on the button, replacing the static text. And let's try this form. First, we have selected in the previous screen the chair, and I can open this in the mixed reality, but of course on the mobile phone, because my laptop doesn't have this capability to do it. The last thing we needed to do is actually to connect this or form the screen with the previous screen, but you got the point. And because we are out of the time, I want to thank you all for listening. For us, late in the night, for you, I would suppose in the morning, down under.